Командир, оружие подвешено.
Security traffic, Circus 14 taxis, runway 124 southeast departure. Security. That would help. Take the emergency brake off. That one a little wide, but that's alright. Good thing I got this apron here so I can get away with that. Should get a good view of somebody coming into land here in just a moment. to see if I can spot him. Short final. Well, he ain't come over the fence yet. It's not a very short final if he's still past that hill in the 18. Oh, there he is. Should get a fucking awesome view. Here she comes. Oh, that looked a bit hard. I mean, landings always look harder in multiplayer because the aircraft kind of clip through the ground before they bounce back, but just from his angle and his speed, that looked like it was a hard landing. Mind you, it is a Hornet. I guess it's designed to be thrown on carrier decks, so I can forgive that. Let's wait for him to pull off, and then we will give our call. Okay, looks like he's turning off there. Flaps are good, trim is set. Secure me traffic, Circus 14 rolls, runway 124, southeast departure. Secure me. Secure me traffic, Circus 14 clear, all runways departing southeast and checking out. Secure me. Oh, bit of a freeze. Okay, we got a bunch of F5s over the water, so I will head for those.
460 at 12,000. 100. Focus. Bra 262 470 at 7,000 knots.
Focus. Uzi 1-1. Request bogey dope.
Uzi 1-1. Focus. Bra 164 490 at 17,000 cold. Focus, bra, 253, 460, at 11,000 knots. Focus, bra, 065480 at 26,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 267435 at 21,000.
Bunch of Hornets on. Hopefully none out over the water, although I'm not going to cross my fingers on that one.
252 450 at 2,500 flanking.
There's one. Looks like the other's on his way in to rearm, so I guess that's better than the usual situation still. Okay, 265 for 35. Closing at 21,000 feet. So he'll be above me. Hey Tony! Thanks for the host. Of course, I come up for the F5 group. Hornet kills everything. There's one guy left who's probably going to die in a second. Then there's a pair of bombers out east where I could have gone. Arrgh. Fucking Hornets. Flying fucking iPhones.
Request bogey dope.
Hey Hydro, thanks for the follow, mate.
490 at 12,000.
Alright, where's my closest?
100.
If that F5 is down by the time I get out there, I'm gonna be fucking angry. See, everything's starting to pop in from the east now.
Com check 251.
Loud and clear. Hey! Thanks for the bits. Alright, where is this guy? 242 for 28. Dart, thanks for the follow. Why? Oh, while I fly a sledgehammer?
100, focus.
Hey man, sometimes you need a tool fine adjusting 14 pound, alright? There's times you need a scalpel, and there's times you need to just fucking fly something that is even harder to break than your own skull. This guy is 24 miles, so he's just out of radar range, but I'll flip it on now anyway. 12,000 feet, so he's going to be below me now. Probably that Hornet's forced him under the cloud layer. I'm just hoping said Hornet is Winchester, so he doesn't bag this guy. Otherwise I've flown all the way out here for nothing. Oh fuck me, there's 3 of them. 2 Hornets and a fucking Eagle.
490 at 17,000 knots.
Focus. Uzi 1-1. Request bogey dope.
Uzi 1-1. Focus.
Alright, well I guess we're now heading east, where I should have gone anyway.
19,000 knots.
Mate, these bloody teen pilots, they think they own the sky. Come out and sweep everything from it with their spam rams. I'm just glad this is the OCG server, so at least the spawn rate on enemy aircraft is decent. If this was 107th West Coast, I would not see a single enemy all day just because of Hornets and fucking Eagles with spam rams. can't wait for more
Uzi,
second and
1-1.
third gen
Request
jets,
bogey dope.
because it is going to be so nice to have enough depth in the Cold War stuff to make servers without fucking AIM-120 slinging F-18s and F-15s in it, or at least restrict them to Sparrows or something. I mean, it's annoying in PvP because they're pretty difficult to get away from. And it's annoying in PvE because they just kill the opposition so easily. This is PvE. The PvP server that I've been haunting lately, the DDCS Bush Wars, is like 2 players at the moment, and probably both of them sitting on the ground AFK. So I decided to just jump straight into the PvE and maybe wait and see if that server fills out or something. I really need to spend like half an hour or something off stream sometime looking for good PvP servers that are sort of more centered around the older aircraft. Blue Flag's good, but Blue Flag is going to be full of the same problems, just they won't have spam rams because of the weapon restrictions. Hey Tarnfelt, good evening. Why am I trimming this? I can just fly it with the SAE. What am I doing? There we go. Rocking the Red 19 skin again tonight. Can't get enough of that blue. Looks awesome. So this is a fictional skin. The camo scheme is Romanian, off an actual Romanian MiG-21, and the markings are Soviet VVS. It's a good combination. I might swap to some of my Bulgarian skins later as well, because I've got some really nice ones for this.
100, focus, bra, 291 for 210 at 30,000.
Harder to shoot down Harriers in the F5 than the Su-27. I could see it. I could see why. The Su-27 has this magical little thing called the R73 and helmet-mounted display, so I could totally see how. Although with that said, the F5 is pretty agile. I like how the Hornet pilots are calling fucking scrambles and shit to intercept planes that are already being intercepted. And then, because they're faster than me, they just scoot over there and kill it before I can get to it. And then they're patting each other on the back. Nice kill. Fucking nice kill. Man, they're F5s and you're in a fucking Hornet. With your mate in F15. Come on, bro. Come on. Don't give me that nice kill shit. Maybe if it was PvP, sure, but... Ah, Jesus. Have some shame. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Tiger only has heaters. It does have a better radar than this thing, but neither the F5 nor the MiG-21 are BVR capable. So the first 2 BVR capable, or like the earliest 2 BVR capable jets on the roadmap that I know of at the moment are the Phantom and the MiG-23 MLA. The MiG-23 is going to be an absolute beast. I think a lot of people are going to underestimate it and find themselves getting a really unpleasant education when that thing hits. Not least because none of their spam ram wagons can keep up with it in terms of acceleration.
Focus, 100. Request bogey dope.
Okay, 091 for 28. We'll just hold the radar off a little longer. Belly tank's empty, so I'm going to get rid of it. Has been empty for some time, actually. So, the MiG-21's belly tank, the 800 litre tank, will give you about 3,800 litres of fuel, simple maths, because you hold 3,000 internal. And then you can tell it's empty because this green light in the center of the screen right now and that right-hand panel comes on. So then you ditch it and the top right light of the pylon indicator goes out. So that's how you tell your tank's empty, and then how you tell that it's been punched and successfully cleared the aircraft. Okay. Oh, what? Did someone shoot down that guy as well? God damn it. Hornets, man. Alright, Dart, drive safe, mate. And I will catch you when you get back.
Focus, bra, 072 for 18 at
72 for 18.
Flanking.
At 15,000, so he's going to be slightly above me. I should see... Oh, that's him off my nose, right there. I am tempted. I'm just going to check and see if there's any friendlies around him. If there's not, I'm going to go in for guns. If there is, I'm going to see if I can just get a cheeky R3 in there. Oh, of course there's one there. Oh, it's the fucking Hornet again. Like, I have nothing against people flying the Hornet, but I do have something against people just flying Hornets loaded with AIM-120s on PvE servers, killing everything. It kind of ruins the experience.
Request bogey dope.
Pretty much if you want to fly anything older than the MiG-29, really, you're irrelevant on this server because they just get there first and pop everything. Looks like he's got that guy too.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus.
067 for 50.
067 for 50 at 35,000 knots.
Like, if you're gonna fly the Hornet or the Eagle or something on this server, just engage the SU-23s and the MiG-20... Oh, sorry, SU-33s and the MiG-23s and the MiG-29s and the SU-27s when they appear. You know, engage the stuff that's actually able to do stuff to you. Leave all the non-BVR capable fighters and bombers to the guys that have shit missiles that can't outrange their own eyeballs. Especially because I'm flying something with pretty short legs, so the longer I have to fly around looking for targets because he's killing everything before I get there, the less fuel I have to get back to base. Just double check that vector.
100. Request bogey dope.
I would like to jump into Georgia at War, and normally I would go on there, but the problem is the Georgia at War server has been having all kinds of issues for me. It's been really laggy and stuttery, and like, if you look through my clips, there was one from about a week or so ago, where you can see I'm in the MiG-29, I have an R-73 locked up on a MiG-21 directly off my nose, and he just phases through it and fucking yeets himself off the side of my screen, and the R-73 just goes stupid. And that's, like, that happens to me at least 2 or 3 times a session on Georgia at War, and my connection drops to it a lot. I don't know what's wrong with their server, but it's really irritating. So, until they fix it, honestly, I'm not really inclined to go play on there, which is a shame, because it's a good server, otherwise. You know, connection issues notwithstanding, it is a fun place to play.
Inbound.
Yeah, well, I think my net probably aggravates it, and the fact I'm streaming as well. Like, I can stream without issues most of the time, but every now and then I just have a little bit of an internet hiccup, and that will disconnect my OBS and disconnect the game, because it's quite sensitive to that kind of thing, and I should have been paying attention. Am I good? I'm smoking, but I'm good.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 279 for 210 at 35,000 knots.
358.
100. Focus. Bra 113 422 at 35,000 knots.
Where's he gone? Wherever he is, he can lock me. Is he on my tail? No. See, this is one situation where I could actually use a teammate in a Hornet, and he's already fucked off to rearm with more spam rams. So it's like, why bother? Mind you, if I'd actually been paying attention to the game instead of nattering away, I wouldn't have had an issue there. It's not a good fight for me to be in right now. Come on, I've got to hold this thing steady. Looks like his jet's about to depart on him, actually. Oh god. As is mine. There he is. Come on. Don't do that. Didn't quite have him on the nose long enough. Or there. He will probably stall it and go into the ground. There it comes. Oh, lucky. The AI really struggles in the mountains, especially in MiG-21s, for reasons you can probably guess after watching me try and fight up here. Okay, there goes an R60. Looks like it's good. And it's damaged him, but you can see why I'm still flying. The R60 just doesn't have the power to knock an aircraft out in one hit. No, don't lock the sun.
Focus. Bra 174 420 at 35,000 flanking.
Okay. Let's see. He's still got flight control. Maybe. Oh, he might have stalled it. He might go in. I think he's going to. Yep. He's done. We've got another 171 for 19.6. Oh my god, he's still up. He must have pulled that out at the absolute last possible second. And now he's going to swing around on my tail again, so I've got to watch him. At least he's got a nice big smoke trail so I can see him.
Bra 183 410 at 12,000 knots.
Okay, where's he gone? Did he crest? Is he doubled back on me? I can't see him anymore. He must have popped over the ridge. Oh, I think I'm going to need the air conditioning after this flight, guys. I'm fucking boiling. The heat is back, unfortunately. Can't see this guy. He, might be following the valley.
Check 251, please.
Loud and clear.
Focus. Pop-up group.
Focus. In field 2-1. Request bogey dope.
No, I don't see him.
Enfield 2-1. Focus. Bra 024.
Hey, Master, how you going, mate?
At 11,000 cold.
There goes one. That's the other. Looks like I've popped all my flares because I'm a little liberal with them. Where is he? He'll be off my nose somewhere, but I can't see him. Oh, nope. There we go. Hooking around. Oh, don't freeze. Okay, sitting off my tail.
Bra 23141 at 13,000.
With no flares, I've got to hope he doesn't fire. Do not do this to me.
Bra 123 460 at 30,000 knots.
This is not the time for this shit.
Focus. Bra 121 460 at 30,000 knots.
Fuel pumps.
Focus. Bra 120 460 at 30,000.
I've lost my fucking fuel pumps.
100. Focus. Bra 272 for 180 at 3,000 knots.
Let's see what we can do here. So I can't restart the engine, unfortunately, because our looks like we got a hole in our header tank, so it's just running straight through and out the aircraft. I think that's what's going on there.
100. Focus. Bra 1.
Go ahead and lose the lid.
450 at 25,000 knots.
I might just make this next clearing.
100. Focus.
Just.
Group 257.
Please.
At 7,000.
I want to believe.
100.
Oh, that's just rude, mate.
122 450.
That's just fucking rude.
100. Focus. Bra.
This is not going to be a pretty landing
At 22,000 knots.
at all. And it's uphill on an angle, next to some trees. Could not be a worse landing site, unless it was an actual forest.
100. Focus. Pop-up group 20842 at 8,000.
Well, I mean, we lost some pieces, but we're okay.
100. Focus. Bra 124 450 at 26,000 knots. 100.
I would call that a moral victory. See, Driven says to me that belly landing isn't as easy as it looks. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me, but this shit comes naturally. Like, I have trouble landing an aircraft without damaging it, but if that aircraft should not be able to fly, yeah, no worries, I'll put it down on the deck. No issues at all. That one was a little rougher than I'd like, just because of the sketchy angle, but that's not bad. Looks like all I lost from the landing itself were the ailerons and the wingtips. The rest looks like it's all battle damage. Look at this fucking absolute legend. Have to put in a request to the Central Committee asking them to design a new ejection seat for the MiG-21, one that is capable of lifting the sheer weight of my balls clear of the aircraft. Yeah, exactly. World War II flight sims are pretty much belly landing training. I have made so many belly landings in World War II sims, probably more than actual proper wheeled landings. It's a talent you pick up very quickly. Very, very quickly. Yeah, I wouldn't just say the damage model, I'd say the physics model as well, because it didn't happen this time, but quite often what does happen in the MiG-21 is once you've got it sitting on its belly on the ground, it'll start bouncing around and flipping over. I think the reason it didn't do it in this case is I didn't have the speed brake out, and the ailerons just ripped themselves off as soon as I was on the ground. But the damage model on this definitely has some issues. I think it's a little too resilient when it comes to hard landings. I think well, definitely if it gets damaged in the nose cone, that should get ingested into the engine, or at least cause it to compressor stall. And then, I don't know, the flight control system seems a little too robust as well, because I've had so many situations, like looking at where I've been hit, I probably should have lost my flight controls, or at least lost some of the responsiveness, but the thing handles like there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, I didn't even know I was missing that much of my tail. I thought I'd copped a couple pieces of shrapnel up the tailpipe and that had just killed the engine. I assumed the aircraft itself was fine. But, you know, because often that's what happens. I'll have someone fire a missile at me from behind. I've had this thing take an AIM 120 directly up the tailpipe, and it didn't kill it. Not only did it not kill it, but I flew it back to base and landed wheels down like nothing was wrong with it. This plane is just ridiculously robust. So, it's good fun to fly. It's good fun to crash land in some little mountain village in Georgia. Where are we? Which village is this? Let's have a look. We are at... which map will it be on? Not that one. Okay, not that one. We are... about, what, north of Kutaisi somewhere? One of these little villages through here, I think. Like in this valley. Yeah, well, I think the damage models for a lot of aircraft still need looking at. And they'll probably get an overhaul as time goes on. And this is quite an old module, which I never really think about until I realized just how long it was that I was watching videos of this and wishing I could play it myself. Anyway... since, unfortunately, there is no casually stroll out of aircraft and over to the nearest house button, and I don't want to ruin a perfectly good belly landing by ejecting, I'm going to go ahead and respawn. I'm just going to go over and turn the air conditioning on for a sec. It's going to cause background noise. My microphone noise gate's still broken. I'm sorry, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad, and you probably won't notice it once the engine's running in the aircraft anyway. So I'll be back in just a second. There we go. DJ Cool Air in the house also. I forgot I need to actually select roll since I didn't eject. Imagine actually ejecting from an aircraft that still responds to its flight controls, guys. I don't know, some of these kids... Honestly, if I had the time and the resources, I'd be so tempted to build a fucking, like, MiG-21 / MiG-23 cockpit. But I also move a lot, so that would be kind of impractical, unfortunately. I'd love to do it. It'd be fucking great. Some of the guys in the Tomcat Alley Discord have been posting their pit builds, and holy fuck, they're incredible. There's one guy that's basically recreated a 1-to-1 Hornet pit. All he's got left is to get the actual MFCD things that you can get, and get them working with DCS. There's another guy that's building a Tomcat, and has actually like fully disassembled the actual throttle quadrant of a Tomcat to get the measurements to build his own. Fucking crazy, dude.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
I know it is a bit like that, isn't it? You should see the screenshot, or not the fucking screenshots. You should see the photos that they posted, dude. They're crazy. I'm just waiting for someone to say, "Hey guys, look what I found down the garage sale," and actually like get the front end of a scrapped fucking F-14 or something and plonk it in their fucking living room. They're crazy enough to do it, man. A lot of the guys in that Discord are former Tomcat aircrew or maintainers, so they know their way around the aircraft, and they, you know, they're getting some hardcore nostalgia from the module, which is awesome to see, honestly. Okay, brakes. Oh, right. It helps to have the trimmer turned on, doesn't it? I know what I'm doing. What is that? I can't remember. I think it's a mode switch for the IFF. Yeah, wave selector. So I'm not going to touch that because I don't want to end up on the wrong IFF frequency by accident. I don't want to give the F-18s any more excuse than they already have. Okay, now I can back trim. That should do us for takeoff. Turn the SPO up for all the good it does. Get the ASP working. No circuit breaker issues today, thankfully. Well, none yet. That's already set. Everything over there should be good. Put the weather filter on. Okay, I think that's about it. Some of you guys might know this. I haven't encountered it yet. Is canopy icing actually a thing that happens in DCS, or is that not in yet? Because this has an anti-ice, like a de-icer on it. And it appears to be functional, you can click it at least. But I have never ever had my canopy ice up on me. Ever. I've had it happen in Cliffs of Dover, IL-2 Cliffs of Dover. I've never seen it happen in DCS. Then again, I've also never seen red out in DCS, just because I'm so averse to pulling negative Gs. So it might just be one of those things that I haven't encountered, probably because I don't fly high enough. Okay, that's everything. I'm on the right frequency, flaps are good, trim is good. Sukumi traffic, Circus 14 taxis, runway 12, southeast departure. Sukumi.
Copy that. This is Sukumi taking off.
That MiG must have gone in at some point, because I got credited the kill. That might be why I lost sight of him. He probably recovered that first dive and then stalled it into a mountainside or something. At the point, the second one jumped me, so I couldn't have noticed. It's me, I'm the one that's taxiing like a grandma today. Trying to read chat and taxi at the same time. Holy shit. $5. Dude, that is a deal. Hi, Stella. Are you representing Boris today or something? Yeah, no, I did see your message there. Gilson's been having a lot of DCS issues too. I don't know, mine's been fine, but it could also be... Actually, did you get into... Yeah, never mind, crash on boot. That's weird. I really know what to tell you, to be honest. Especially because the only settings I can think of that would cause it to crash like that on boot would be once you have to actually probably get into the game to change. Yeah, I think you might be. Have you walked under a ladder or broken a mirror recently? Or, like, pissed off a bunch of gypsies? So, a friend of my mum's, she's, you know, like in her 50s or 60s, I think. Nice lady, but, her family have quite a lot of Romani background. And she is pretty convinced she's got, like, magical gypsy powers or something, because she had a neighbour who she got along well with, but one day had a bit of a dispute with over some petty thing, or, you know, as neighbours do, and her temper flared a bit, and she said, "I hope you drop dead." And the next day he did. And that was bad enough, but then she also had a bit of a legal issue with a real estate agent, like a something to do with rent, I think it was, or commission, and told them that she hoped the place burnt to the ground, and it was adjoining a pizza and kebab place, like on the same block. Within about a day or two, there was a fire in the kitchen of the pizza and kebab place, which wiped out that entire block. And the real estate agent's office was completely beyond help. So the moral of the story is we go out of our way to avoid pissing her off for any reason. Security traffic, Circus 14, rolls 12 southeast. I think it's about that time. Yeah, it's about that time. About this time of evening, this server's SRS just turns to shit. In fact, I'm not even going to bother giving them a clear call. I'm just going to switch straight to AWACS. Fuck them.
About traffic, Charlie Fox, takeoff, runway 33.
And here's a guy that's on the AWACS frequency using it as ATC. You can't win, man. Cannot win. Now, there's a couple of threats coming in southwest, 130, 140 miles out, which is a hell of a long way for me. But I bet you anything there will be a Hornet, an Eagle, or both already halfway there. Yeah, honestly, I'm half tempted to get her to visit my previous place of employment. There's a few people there that need curses placed on them, I tell you that much. But it does sound like I got out just in time from some of my former co-workers, so I suppose there's that.
Focus. Infield 2-1. Request bogey dope.
Enfield 2-1.
Okay,
Focus.
260.
Bravo 260 for 100 at 30,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 284 for 210 at 26,000 knots.
Let's see. Yep, there's an Eagle. There's Hornets on the carrier about to take off.
Focus. Bra 285 for 200 at 25,000
It begins.
100. Focus. Bra 267 for 120 at 29,000 knots.
Yeah, but you say that.
100.
I think the F-14's not going to be as much of an issue, because the F-14's going to take actual skill to use. And as well as that, long-range Phoenixes are pretty easy to notch. Even the AI should be able to get away from them, to be honest. Like, the Phoenix is going to be great at 100 kilometers against a non-maneuvering target, or something that's barely maneuvering, but against, especially something like a fighter, it's just... You may as well save them to within, like, 30 or 40 at most, really. And the other thing is the F-14 is going to be much more of a handful for them to actually fly. So I think that's going to really scare a lot of the fly-by-wire kids off. I think they're going to jump on it from the hype, and then I think about a week into it, a lot of people that have been hyping themselves into oblivion and dying to play the F-14 are going to just lose interest because they don't have the necessary flying skills. And it's because it's going to be so drastically different from the Hornet and the Eagle. Is that the guy I'm chasing, or is that a friendly? That's probably that F-15.
Bra 290 for 190 at 26,000 flanking.
I've got this hunch. It's totally just a hunch, by the way, that the one that keeps bursting into SRS with all sorts of weird and wonderful noises might be Big Chungus. Just a suspicion. I could be wrong. Man, I would, seriously, if you like having an aircraft that's actually something you have to fly as opposed to a computer with wings, I would be all over the F-14 if I were you. I'm already all over the F-14. I've had it pre-ordered like as soon as it hit the Steam page, because obviously I use a Steam version because I didn't know better. But yeah, I would jump all over that if I were you. It is going to be fan-fucking-tastic. And the fact that you can take up a mate as your Rio and cause them to shit themselves with your crazy flight maneuvers just makes it all the better, honestly. Like, it would be good enough on its own with just, like, Jester as the only option for a Rio, but the fact you can have a human backseater in that thing is just instantly sold. Instantly. 269 for 72, and there goes the Eagle.
345 for 120 and 22,000 flanking.
Oh, by the way, Master, this server does have a ping kick on it. I double checked. It's 300. So I'm not sure what yours comes in at when you're on here, but just be advised.
347 for 110 at 21,000.
Level off there. I actually oversteered that a little, but it doesn't matter.
100. Focus. Bra 357 for 120 at 30,000 knots.
Actually, I will tell you what does concern me about the Phoenix. There's two things that concern me about the Phoenix. One of them is probably going to be immediately fixed on most servers anyway by them restricting it, but the AIM-54C at close to medium range. Because that is a smokeless missile, and that thing is on power out to what, like fucking 40 miles or some ridiculous shit? So, an AIM-54C at, say, like 15, 20 miles, you're not even going to know it's coming. You won't have time to react, and it's going to be on power when it hits you, so even if you pull some crazy shit, the missile can still have a chance at turning with you. The other thing that scares me is it is actually long-range Phoenix use, but it's not, I'm worried that they're going to knock out all the AIs with them from half the map away. It's that I'm worried they're going to fire Phoenixes blind into a clusterfuck off their nose, and the thing's going to go fucking pitbull in the middle of a group of friendlies, and it's going to be like F-18s but worse as far as friendly fire goes. That's the other thing. But I don't think those are going to be as much of an issue, because as I said, I don't think as many people are going to be flying it, at least once the initial hype passes. And I also think that of the people that will be flying it, probably most of them will have some idea what they're doing, and or the server will restrict use of the Phoenix.
266, 435 at 28,000 knots.
I'm just going to level off here. Not much point climbing higher. Guy's above me anyway.
100.
And already has an F-15 all over him.
100 at 29,000 flanking.
Did my SAU just register though? Apparently it wants to put me in a big dive. I guess it wants to pick up speed probably. That's the issue here. Kind of chugging along. There we are. That's one thing to be aware of when you do use the SAU recovery. The aircraft will porpoise up and down a bit while it finds its happy place in terms of airspeed. So if you are at very low level, just be careful of that. It might fly you into a mountain. Looks like there's a bit of a dispute going on over at Sakumi. The flying circus is in full effect. Oh, look, oh, what's this? Oh, what's this? AIM 120, how much is an AMRAAM worth, actually? Can someone do that, like, look that up real quick? What is the cost, the unit cost of an AIM 120C in 2019 US dollars, and then find out what the unit cost of a MiG-21 BIS in 2019 US dollars is. I'm curious, because that's what he just fired that thing at. And presumably splashed it with. Like, let's do some simple fucking maths. 3.25 mil for one missile. Alright, so how much is a MiG-21? I'm guessing it's less than 3.25 mil for a MiG-21 BIS with no upgrades. Probably buy one on the fucking civilian market in Eastern Europe for less than that. Okay. Wait, is that- oh my god, is that thing still up? I swear to god, if that thing is still up.
100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus.
Okay, it's not.
335.
Wait, is it?
At 30,000 knots.
Something's locking me.
100.
And it's not friendly.
Bra 295 421 at
Focus.
70,000.
In field 2-1. Request bogey dope.
Oh my god, he failed to kill it. He fucking failed to kill it. What an absolute winner!
Focus. Uzi 1-1. Request bogey dope.
What an absolute winner! Alright, 17,000 feet, it's below me slightly. Probably gonna be merged before I can actually get eyes on the damn thing.
Focus. 100. Request bogey dope.
Must be notched AWACS because he can't see it.
100. Focus. Bra 315 160 at 19,000 knots.
317 for 21. Understoodable. Let's go kill it.
100. Focus. Bra 321.
And he's heading north.
14,000 flanking. 100.
Okay, I'm going to take her into burner. Get rid of the belly tank.
150 at 16,000 flanking.
There's a ping kick of 300 Stellar. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to get in here. I would play on the West Coast server, which we could both play on, but their spawn rate on aircraft is really slow. And so the Hornets kill everything and then you just fly around for like an hour and there's nothing to do.
Focus. Bra 087.
Okay.
110 at
Looks like the F-15 killed it with his second spam ram. So that's now, what, about 7 million? Hang on, how much was it again? Sorry, 6.5 million. 6.5 million bucks to kill a single MiG-21. This is why capitalism is failing.
Focus, bra, 333, 490 at 12,000 knots.
.335 for 77, and the F-15's headed that way, so he's probably still got like 10 spam rams left. He's gonna pop all of those. And then there's a pair of Hornets. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Focus, bra, 336, 480 at 13,000, flanking.
You know what, there's a Tu-95 incoming. Fuck these guys, I'll let them deal with these F5s. And probably team kill each other in a giant ball of failure and inadequacy. I'm gonna head east. Fuck them. And I will hopefully have enough fuel to do this and then head back to base. I think this is the furthest out west I've ever been. I can barely even see the coast. So I'm gonna pick up some altitude, just for the sake of fuel economy. 155 miles to the near one, 175 to the trailing. I'm actually not surprised the MiG-21's cheaper than the T-64. The T-64 was extremely technologically advanced for its time. Like, the T-64 was so far ahead of any other tank on the battlefield when it was introduced, it's not even funny.
Request bogey dope.
The only problem is it took them 10 years to get the fucking thing to actually work. Once it did, it was really good. It wasn't any less reliable than the Chieftain, at least. 90% failure rate. So you guys want to hear something funny? There was a after-action report from one of the big British Army on the Rhine exercises in Germany in the 80s, in West Germany. Like the full-on after-action report with all the recommendations and everything. Needless to say, there were a couple of casualties. I think like 2 or 3 people were killed. Several tens or hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of damage was done to farmers' crops and fences and people's parked cars. The skill of the crews was unbelievably poor because they'd all been out on the piss the night before and were incredibly hungover. Like, it was just a shit show. It was hilarious to read. But the funniest part was that the this is not the serviceability rate, this is the unserviceability rate of the chieftains involved in the exercise, both on the British side and being used as op-4 by, I can't remember who, was 90%. 90% unserviceable. And this was, like, this report was posted in the military history thread on Something Awful. And a guy who, bless him, didn't know better, came in, quoted that figure, and said anyone would think it was made by British Leyland. Mate, I've got something to tell you. Guess who made the L60 multi-fuel engine that was the chief cause of problems in the Chieftain? It was British Leyland. Oh, so the SPO-10 actually isn't as much of a piece of shit as this makes it seem. That's interesting, and that gives me a faint ray of hope then, because the MiG-23 MLA has one, and the MLD, which we either won't get or will get very, very, very far in the future, maybe, has the 15. The 15 is pretty sweet, I like it, but the 10 is just like, ugh, why bother? Oh, that's cute. One of the Hornets is having an emergency landing. What's wrong, Mr. Hornet? Did somebody scratch your paint? Did your engine have a little bit of a cough? Did you hit a particularly large beetle and smear it across your windscreen? I bet he's even got his gear down. If your gear is down, that's not an emergency landing. Miss me with that shit. Right, I'm going to engage the SAU here. She's going to try and nose down for airspeed, but she'll level out in a second. And then I can reach out.
190 at 18,000 flanking.
There was a place in Russia that used to take people up in the rear seat of a MiG-25 PU up to like 80-90,000 feet. They retired that one because it was at the end of its fatigue life, and they've started doing it with a MiG-29 UB instead. It's pretty awesome. They put their videos up on the internet. Space Affairs, that's the name of the channel, Space Affairs. They may have changed the channel name though, because it's been a few years since I've seen any of their videos, but they were really good. First time he ever saw a chieftain that worked was in the Bovington Tank Museum. Yeah, I can believe it. Look, the Chieftain's engine, if you guys have never heard a Chieftain actually under its own power, which is uncommon, the Chieftain's engine sounds like it's trying to kill itself. It's the same kind of sound as the T-64. The T-64's engine is paned 5-cylinder screaming. The Chieftain's engine is paned 5-cylinder screaming and a 10-pack-a-day smoker for 50 years. Because it's got this extra husky note to it, which makes it sound even more like it wants to die. Emergency Z ran out of spam rams. Yeah. Probably. Man, I'd pay to go up in the 25. Don't know what you're talking about. I'm mostly on the next channel up for the AI AWAC Stellar, just because if I get into a merge with someone, I need to know where they are. But I've switched over now. Yeah, the SPO-15 isn't modeled properly. Actually, since you seem to know about SPO systems, Does the, like, is the voice warner for a missile launch direction an actual thing, or is that just a DCS abstraction? Because I'm not certain. I can't find anything certain one way or the other. Allegedly, it's not. I've read somewhere saying that there's a system that will actually warn on missile launch, but I'm not sure if that's integrated with the SPO-15 or if that's a separate system or if that's just something that somebody's made up. Because certainly in the Flaming Cliffs 3 MiG-29 and Su-27, when I get launched on, it will tell me that I've got a rocket coming in, or a missile coming in from whatever direction. How are we on fuel? Still plenty. Bit of background noise, but otherwise good. This thing's just sipping. Just sipping. The MiG-21's actually not that bad for range when you're high up and not, you know, doing something stupid like being in burner or pulling turns. Although I was disappointed to find, because I tried to fly from Groom Lake. Was it Groom Lake or was it Creech? I can't remember. I think it was Groom Lake. I tried to fly to LA, because, you know, when you go into the F10 map, you can go to the actual air chart and it will show outside the bounds of the DCS map. I wasn't aware of how far it went, so I thought, hey, I'll fly to LA and I'll land at LAX. Yeah, the map didn't go that far. I got over, like, the Hollywood Hills and I was just like, ah, fuck. I can't even see the water, god damn it. Because that's where the map ends. So I had to bring the thing around and ended up bellying it in the desert about probably, I think it was like 40 or 50 miles southwest of where was it? Was it Creech? I don't remember. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things I'm curious about, because DCS isn't the only game I've seen the voice warning for a missile launch modelled in, but I can't find any sources that say definitively one way or the other. I mean, I'm probably not looking hard enough, and that was just me searching in English. If I'd started punching stuff in Russian, it would probably come up with a few things, but my translation skills aren't very good. That's Mount Elbrus off the nose, and we should start seeing some cons relatively soon. Have we got some fun ruiners barreling along? Nope, we are alone. What's that? Oh, an F5, just an AI F5, I guess. Yep, just us. No Hornets, no Eagles. Beautiful. Just zoom my map in a little so I don't get the water bug when I pop back to F1. Okay, 147 for 34. Debating if I should go in just guns or use my R3Rs on this guy. I'm kind of tempted to just guns both bombers, but then again, I don't have the fuel to hang around to dogfight anything else that turns up, so I may as well use the missiles, I suppose. 170 now. Can I see a con? Or a dot? Nope. Make my turn a little more aggressive there. Nothing on radar yet, but that's normal, he's too far out. 187 for 226. heard Circus 1-4, I didn't hear anything else. Garbled? What's the background noise? Are you in a public bathroom, Stella?
I'll show you the technical microphone top.
I can catch like one word of every transmission, so just saying. $195 for 27. Oh, I bet the fucking air defense is gonna get him. That's the thing. They're already most of the way to Sukumi. That or someone's gonna just take off the runway and blap him straight away. It took me that long to get over here. God damn it. I'll have to check that out later. Thanks for the link though. What the fuck is locking me? Don't tell me I'm overflying a fucking SAM site or something. Yes, I am. And I just killed my engine. But that's okay. We'll restart it. Okay, ignition. Only problem is I've got to keep the air windmilling the engine so I can't pull any real violent turns while I'm trying to restart. There we are. Start off. Well, that was an unpleasant surprise, and now I've totally lost my target. 213 for 21. Oh, you should be off the nose. Looks like he's headed out to sea, so he might not go for Sukumi itself. $217. 19.9. Still got enough fuel. Is he still up?
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra.
Interesting. AWACS doesn't see him.
Circus 1-4, this is Queen, video check.
Much better.
Yeah, they're detecting my bloody webcam microphone.
Good shit. Is this Tupolev off my nose still up? I can't see him yet, but I've got to be getting close.
1 sec.
Disregard, have him visual.
Roger that.
Also, there is a SAM site, probably about bearing 120-ish from Sukumi, out towards the river. Like, it's a fair distance out, but if you come back over the mountains towards Sukumi, it'll catch you. Body spike. Am I being fucking shot at by my... Oh my god. And I've now lost the TU-142. 255 for 6.1. Is he under my nose? Have I overtaken him? I have no idea. There we go.
Circus 1-4, update on bogey, heading 303 degrees for 4 nautical miles, Angels 1,700.
Tally. I'm coming in on him now. I'm getting locked by something, I have no idea what. It might be our own air defense, because it's firing out this way.
Yeah, I think it's friendly air defense. They just fired some missiles at it, but they missed. You also got a friendly beyond the target.
Fuck's sake. He just nosed over at the worst possible time for me there. Ah, friendly got him. Okay, I'm starting to get kinda low on fuel.
Circus 1-4, this is Queen. Enemy MiG-23 heading 09945 nautical miles. Angels 21,000 heading west.
Circus 1-4's bingo, coming back to security.
Roger that. Jono, this is Queen.
Most of the servers probably not on SRS, just a heads up. Switching free.
Alright,
Security traffic, Circus 1-4, currently 10 miles northwest, coming in for a straight in on runway 12. Security. Oh man, that MiG-23 is fucking booking it. 839 knots. Heading east to west. That's probably him locking me, actually. Security traffic, Circus 1-4, 6 mile final, runway 12. Security. Okay, flaps out. Bit more airspeed, well, a bit more power I should say. Get some more lift going over these flaps. I was going to pop a flare there just for anyone not on SRS, but I'm out of flares. Alright, got to come in a little hotter. I'm sinking a bit too fast. A little more power. This is actually going to be a pretty slick landing by the looks of it. Right on the fucking touchdown aim point. Oh, who is your daddy? But the MiG-21's really hard to land. Fucking easy. Don't even need the chute. Do not even need the chute. Literally fucking textbook. Watch, I'm gonna do something really embarrassing now I've done that. Guaranteed. Sukhumi traffic, Circus 1-4, clear all runways, Sukhumi. So, you've seen my sloppy MiG approaches. That is a proper MiG-21 approach. Like, maybe not perfect, but that's about as close as you're going to see in DCS. On speed, about 400, all the way down through the glide slope. Fucking nice and easy. Sets it down on the skid marks. No bounce, no nothing. That's the way it's done. And on power right until the end to keep the lift over the flaps. Didn't even need to use the air brake that time, which is nice. Oh, shut up. I think that's that MiG-23. Yeah, the Vigan is certainly a beast. When I'm flying it, probably not the kind of beast you mean. The last time I attempted to land it, I landed it okay, although it was kind of veering off the runway a bit. I forgot to pull the thrust reversers back in, and so when I went to pull off the runway onto a taxiway and ramped up the throttle, my aircraft decided it was going to start going backwards down the runway, dragging its tail on the ground. It was, not very good. But I'm... honestly, the only aircraft I've flown in DCS so far that I can land well, or like as well as I just landed this, is the Su-27. The MiG-29 can be a bit bouncy. I've got the hang of it now, but it does occasionally still decide it wants to have a bit of a bounce. The Su-27 is buttery smooth, and then there's this thing which is just easy to land. It's easy because it's predictable. You know it's going to drop like a rock, so you just learn to predict what angle it will drop at. Simple. Simple. I do not need to shut down to get the ground crew over here, thank God. Turn the SPO back up since I'm not being hard locked anymore. Give me fuel, give me gun ammo, give me countermeasures, even though countermeasures aren't really that useful in the grand scheme of things.
Дозаправка по плану.
Sweet.
Перезарядка по плану.
We'll just pop the lid as well. Get some fresh air in here. This is such an awesome skin. I do enjoy it. Actually, Birat, you might know what this is. The little vein on the left side of the nose there. What's that for? Is that part of the angle of attack system? Because I assume that the horizontal veins on the pitot tube are what fed the info into the angle of attack meter. But I noticed the MiG-29 has that same thing. They're both on the left side of the nose, and they're both like a little weathercock looking thing. And that's all I can think of that it would be, because it only appears to move in the vertical plane. Ah, okay. Cool. I do like how the pitot tube on both the MiG-21 and the Mi-24 have those little veins on them though, that's pretty cool. Also handy when you're at an airport that doesn't appear to have a windsock, or if it does, it's in some really ridiculous place where you can't see it from the flight line.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
Hopefully I didn't just run myself out of air leaving that down. And, okay, that's already off. Security traffic, Circus 1-4 taxis, runway 12 for a western departure. Security. Yeah, exactly. If it works, why change it? Keep the same factory producing it in the game without having to retool everything and train up new workers. Keep the ground maintenance crew proficient at repairing the same part. Simple. Much like the cockpit, keep it as similar to the previous aircraft as possible so it's easy to convert pilots. If you know how to find your way around the pit in this thing, you will know how to find it around in the MiG-23 when that comes out. Other than the F-14, the MiG-23 is what I'm really looking forwards to in DCS. I love that thing. Easily one of my favourite aircraft. Definitely one of my favourite Cold War jets. And it's going to be so fun drag racing F-15s and Hornets on the runway and in the air. Oh, he has only one engine. I bet he can't out-accelerate me. Boy, you want to bet? Wings to full sweep, light the burner, and get the fuck out. Okay, looks like someone's on the runway down there. Oh, no, just Justin in the parking area. Okay, flaps are set. I will neutral my trim and then reset it, just to make sure I haven't got too much back trim for takeoff. Secure me traffic, Circus 1-4 rolls 1-2 for west departure. Secure me. Okay, flaps are up, gear is up. Alright, Stella. Sorry sorry I was returning to base basically as you got on, but oh well. At least we know that you can get on the server and play on here without getting kicked, which is pretty sweet. Secure me traffic, Circus 1-4, clear all runways departing to the west. Secure me, and checking out. Yeah, the Tomcat looks incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. The amount of detail that's been put into it just blows my mind. Every little thing. The F-106 would be interesting. I've seen people ask for it before, and the usual arguments, well, there'd be nothing for it to do because it was a pure interceptor. It doesn't matter. It's a cool plane. Why wouldn't you want to fly a cool plane? Like, I want an Avro Vulcan in this game. There'd be not much that the Vulcan would really do that other aircraft couldn't do better, but still, it'd be awesome. I want a Buccaneer as well. Fucking Buccaneer would be so fun. especially in PvP, like on Blue Flag, just bait dumb Hornet pilots into getting drag bombed over the top of a mountain or something. Oh, that'd be disgusting. And flex on all the guys that, you know, think they're cool because their plane has a terrain following radar mode or whatever.
100.
Like, yeah, I can see the ground, but I still gotta fly the thing.
At 18,000, flanking.
Okay, it looks like
Focus.
that
100.
guy out
Request
this way
bogey
got
dope.
downed, which is unfortunate.
100. Focus. Bra.
Gonna have to engage a pair of MiG-23s. This is not good.
22,000 knots.
Yeah, but the MiG-21's kind of accidentally good at fighting. Really? Huh. Well, I suppose in the right hands it could. Suppose it would take the same kind of skill set that mastering this thing as a dogfighter would take, just not, like, knowing when you can and can't afford to pull. See, half the reason I want the Vulcan is so that when some dipshit gets on my tail, I can show him what a real plane is capable of. Because the fucking Vulcan could outmaneuver quite a number of interceptors back in its day. The thing was ridiculous. Do a nice big barrel roll over Sakumi or something while these guys are fucking around on the ground trying to take off without crashing.
Focus. Bra. 210 for 100 at 21,000 knots.
Tornado, you reckon? I would not say no to a tornado. I've got a bit of a list which incidentally gets longer every time I look at it, but the Thud's already coming. Well, it's on the roadmap, so that's one less thing on my list. I want an Su-17, an Su-15, you know, for shooting down airliners. I want the Buccaneer. I want a Lightning, either F3 or F6, doesn't matter which. Again, for griefing F-15 pilots. I would... What was it? There was more than that. See, I can't really think of it while I'm flying, but I had a whole bunch of aircraft on the list. Oh, the A6. Definitely need an A6. And the F-111, that's the other one. Fucking... the pig. We need the pig. Tawny will back me up on that one. Nuts won't, but that's because Nuts doesn't know what he's talking about. Nuts has wrong opinions.
For 100 at 20,000 knots.
Refrigerated weapons bay. I mean, you say that, and all I can think of is convenient method of beer transport. I don't know if you guys have ever seen photos of them, but during the later stages of World War II, like sort of mid to late 1944, when the Allies were operating from forward bases in Normandy, I've got quite a number of photos of it in my big book of Spitfires. They had Spitfires carrying kegs under the wings on the bomb racks for quick transport across the channel to the forward bases in Normandy. It was a morale thing, obviously, but it's a pretty sweet morale thing. If you go on Google and image search Spitfire beer keg, you'll probably find some pictures.
280 for 170 at 23,000 flanking.
Okay, the only good thing here is that I'm going to be over the mountains when I engage these guys, so I have some terrain to hide in. But I think their radar is capable of just enough look-down, shoot-down ability to still pose a threat when I'm in the valleys, so I'm going to have to really use terrain masking as best I can. But that's alright, should be a good test of my skills, and I did manage to down a MiG-23 over the mountains, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday, I think. The F-111 will be so good. Not just for actual combat, but the shit you could pull, like fly over a crowded airbase doing a full-blown dump and burn. It's good enough that the F-14 has dump and burn, you know, even though it was strictly against NATOPS because no fun allowed. It's capable of it, as Ralphie discovered accidentally. But the F-111's dump and burn, I don't know if you guys have seen what that looks like. The length of the flame is about 1.5 F-111s. It is incredible. I'm heading northeast for those MiG-23s if you want to catch up.
At 17,000, flanking.
Good luck.
100, focus, bra, 077, 490, at 28,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 277, 170, at 23,000, knots. 100, focus, bra, 040, 445, at 19,000, knots.
Belly tank's empty, so we'll get rid of it. Okay, first one's coming just into the edge of my radar range. The fucking monitor is so dirty. I really need to clean the thing off.
100, focus, bra, 241, 100.
Okay, we've got a con.
At 28,000, flanking.
I would imagine that will be one of them.
100,
And there we are.
focus, bra, 044, 415, at 24,000, flanking.
Of course, these are MiG-23s, so if they just want to light their burners, there's nothing I can do to catch them. Got to watch for missiles on my own tail.
Focus, bra, 037, 460, at 35,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 184, 44, at 19,000, cool. 100, focus, bra, 215, 4100, at 16,000, knots. 100, focus, bra, 220, 4100, at 12,000, flanking.
I can't even see where he is.
00, focus, bra, 244, 4100,
Oh.
60, at 23,000.
That's a splash.
100,
Okay, the other one's
focus,
trailing.
bra, 031, 470, at
011.
26,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 217, 490, at 16,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 008, 440, at 21,000.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sit back and eat a burger while looking in every direction possible and spraining the fuck out of his neck. But yeah, no, that's very true.
29,000, flanking.
I just, like, I don't think I'd be any good operating the AUG 9, but Man, I just want to sit in the fucking Rio seat while someone else flies. I think that would be an experience in itself.
100. Focus. Bra 216 490
5.
14,000 knots.
So he's pretty much off the nose, outside the radar range.
Bra 245 for 160 at 21,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 244 for 160 at 26,000 knots.
Seems there's all sorts of fun going on behind us down at Sukumi.
Bra 032 450 at 12,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 006 423 at 15,000 flanking. 100. Focus.
009.
297 for 240 at 28,000 knots.
At 19,000. I gotta watch for trails of the missile variety, because he has got me locked.
100. Focus.
And he's heading south at great rate of knots. Oh, there we go.
19,000 flanking.
Off the nose.
Focus. Bra 212 for 100 at 19,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 039 for 35 at 26,000 knots.
See you, Beer Rat. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream.
Bra 004.
Always good to find more MiG-21 enthusiasts. People who appreciate the real stuff.
Focus. Bra 047 for 28.
Right. This guy's right off my nose. I got tone, but I want to wait until I'm close. Just gotta watch for launches from him. Actually, I am quite close.
104
Try one missile from there. I've got visual. Is he coming head on? Or is he flanking? I think he's flanking.
100. Focus.
That was out of parameters. I was too far out for a head-on shot.
15,000 flanking.
Bring her around.
100. Focus. Bra 04843 at 17,000.
He's got his wings out. Fucking high-speed, low-drag operator here. More like low-speed, high-drag. Come here, you. Keep him visual. Don't lose him behind the canopy bow. And I nearly lost him behind the canopy bow. Thank God he came out from over that forest. Dove on a flare, of course. Serious? And now he's up my tail. That was not a smart move from me. Mind you, I didn't expect to miss. Not that badly. Well, pretty sure I've got him in the horizontal, at least. He will absolutely have me in the vertical, with the amount of engine power he has. Well, relative to his aircraft. What the fuck is that? Is that friendly? Is that enemy? What the fuck? What is going on here? How many aircraft am I fighting? Is that him? There's two. That's a 23. The thing off my nose looks like a 23, but I can't fucking tell. Oh, no, I got a MiG-21 and a MiG-23 on me. Oh, shit. Okay, well, this just got very interesting.
100. Focus. Pop-up group.
That one's taken a hit from something. It's like a friendly swept in.
100. Focus. Bra 076
Can't tell if there's one behind me or what, or if that's this guy off my nose.
100. Focus. Bra.
It's him, I think.
102, 450 at 23,000 knots. 100. Focus.
Ooh, that was a little tight.
14,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra. 009. 4.
Okay, there's another spec behind him there,
Flanking.
which I think is the other enemy aircraft.
Focus. Bra. 009. 490 at
Fucking infinite
30,000.
energy AI, man.
100.
I wish I could climb like that.
35342 at 12,000 flanking.
Okay, that's a shoot, so one of them's gone.
Group 05543 at 11,000 flanking.
There's the other. Possibly downed.
Focus. Pop-up group.
Who's the friendly in that mix?
41 at 12,000
Oh, fuck me, there's three of them. What's that? That will be enemy.
100. Focus. Bra 284 for 140 at 28,000 cold.
How's my fuel? Acceptable, but not good.
100. Focus. Bra 248 for 140 at 22,000 flanking.
Sorry guys, I'll check chat once I'm out of the shit.
Focus. Bra 007
One way or another.
90 at 26,000 flanking.
Where's this guy? 327.
100. Focus. Bra 236 480 at 27,000 flanking.
Fuck. And I got no countermeasures, so hopefully he does not have any heaters. Can't fucking see him. Off my nose. Oh shit, I got two of them right on me. So one's gone over my top. I think.
100. Focus. Bra 01542 at 11,000 flanking. 100. Focus. Bra 271 for 200 at 18,000 knots. 100.
Oh shit, I'm fucking bingo.
Group 286 for 100.
Well, less than bingo.
2,500
And I can
knots.
just see a speck coming up my tail.
100. Focus.
Fuck it.
Pop-up group 0
We're going down fighting.
at 9,000 knots. 100. Focus. Pop-up group 20842 at 11,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 254
Lost him.
for 130 at 1,500 knots. 100.
Engage two aircraft, mountains northeast of Sakumi, north side of the Caucasus. MiG-21 and MiG-23. I'm just about to run out of fuel.
160 at 30,000 flanking. 100.
He went down there somewhere.
Bra 269 for 200 at 24,000 knots. 100. Focus. Pop-up group 159 for 40 at 9,000 flanking.
Engine did not like that,
100.
but I'm just about out of fuel anyway.
215 for 60 at 2,500 flanking.
And I'm over a fucking forest, of course.
Focus. Bra 256 for 130 at 5,000 flanking. 100.
Come on, come on.
Pop-up group 12341 at 7,000 knots.
Yes! Eat shit! That's the 23 on my tail. Lost eyes. Oh fuck! Ah! Oh, god damn it! So close. Wasn't quick enough on the throttle. Storm the ground taking off. Hey, there's another guy in a MiG-21. Man. If I'd just gone into burner like half a second earlier, I would have cleared that mountaintop. I could have survived that by just ejecting, but you know me, I'll try and save the aircraft. That was fucking intense though. So, I don't know what happened. Did they splash a pair of friendlies? Because I saw 2 aircraft go down. Well, I saw 1 get hit. No, I did see 2 go down. Because the first one ejected and then went into a mountain. That was a smoker, which I thought was a MiG-21. I was chasing him. And then the second one got popped by the MiG-23. I thought that was the MiG-23 getting popped by whoever the fuck it was, but no, it was the other way around. So I don't know, but yeah, we're not doing so well on the scoreboard today, but we're getting some decent flying in at least. Oh, that was crazy. Might change my skin up as well. Let's see, what should I go with now? Oh, I know. Not that.
Traffic, single ship, F-15, taxiing to runway 12 for takeoff.
Just gotta find the right one. That's not the one I'm after. That's the one I'm after. How cool does that look? That fucking camo.
Перезарядка по плану.
That is some awesome fucking camo. I love it.
Командир,
Security traffic, Circus 1-4 taxis, runway 12 for southern departure. Security. I'm so hyped for the MiG-23. I cannot wait. It's going to be so fun to fly. It's going to be so challenging as well. The takeoff in the MiG-23 is going to be more dangerous and difficult than the landing in this thing, because you've got to do so many things at once. It accelerates so quickly. If your hands aren't like fucking grease lightning over the controls, you're going to overspeed the gear and flaps, and all sorts of bad shit's going to happen. And then it's going to be real interesting to fly in combat too, and especially at high speed, because once the wings are in full sweep, it loses quite a lot of its pitch authority. It's like an arrow. I mean, it's shaped like an arrow, and it flies like an arrow. Once you pull the wings in, it doesn't want to maneuver. It will roll, but it will not want to pitch. And it tends to get quite slippery at very high speeds and high altitudes, so especially around, you know, Mach 2 at like 30 or 40,000 feet with the wings in full sweep, if you don't know what you're doing and you don't stay ahead of the aircraft, you're going to be in deep shit. Like a certain US Air Force general who should have known better than to try and go supersonic on his second flight in the type with only a cockpit rail briefing. Sad way for a fighter race to go, but that's what happens when you don't give the aircraft the respect it deserves. It'll kill you. Secure me traffic, Circus 1-4 rolls, runway 12, south departure. Secure me. We'll just get ourselves actually onto the center line before we take off. That would be a good idea. Well, near the center line, this'll do. Close enough, right? Flaps and gear up. Streaming traffic, Circus 1-4, clear all runways and departing south. Oh shit! I've got fucking R3Ss. Fuck. That is not what I intended to do. Have I got a bag at least? Yes, okay, so I've got 2 R3Rs and 2 R3S. Oh, that's going to make things very interesting. We're definitely going to be relying on the gun a lot more for this flight.
100, focus, bra, 298 for 140 at 11,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 226.
I forgot to change from the default armament when I took off. So, I'm gonna double back and head north, because there's a MiG-21 up there I can engage, and I want to kind of avenge myself on that MiG-23 if I get the chance.
110 at 25,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 301 for 140 at 12,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 349 for 80 at 14,000 knots. 100, focus, pop-up group, 003 for 60 at 7,000, flanking. 100. Focus. Bra 224, 490 at 22,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 225,
Departs
490 at
Sakumi to the south, ends up flying over Sakumi
100
to the north.
Focus.
Could be.
055, 470 at 23,000
Whatever.
flanking.
None of them are going to notice anyway.
100. Focus. Bra 350, 470 at 20,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 004, 450 at 14,000 flanking.
Okay, 49 miles for that MiG-21. And then that MiG-23 is 10 miles behind, but there's a couple of F5s going to be in the mix as well.
Focus. Bra
That quick.
055, 450 at 25,000 knots.
Wait, hang on, he said 251, this is fucking 254. What the shit? Whatever.
Focus. Bra 342, 450 at 17,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 054.
Okay, MiG-21's vanished.
12,000 flanking.
Sakumi traffic 9 flight associate Mirage 2000, taxi runway 12, Sakumi.
Someone might have bagged him. Ah, yeah, there's an entire clusterfuck up there. Justin, some other Mirage, and an SU-33.
Focus. Bra 072.
So it would probably be more productive for me to head 226. Is anyone else heading down there? No. So I'll go 226 then. I'd be better off engaging in the mountains against the 23. Like, engaging one over the water's kind of bad for me, but I might be able to get away with it.
Bra
We'll see how we go.
480 at 27,000 knots.
Was that 228? Right. Very shoddy, unbalanced turn there.
100. Focus. Bra 065, 445 at 18,000 knots.
The real nice thing about the MiG-23 when it comes out is, unlike the other modules, it will take me no time at all to figure out how to start it and fly it, because it's basically the same procedure as this. Like, thank God the Soviets kept as much common between their aircraft as they could, because it really is a good thing to have in DCS. When you're used to flying one, you can be used to flying all of them.
100. Focus. Bra 295, 4100 at 17,000 flanking.
F5's behind me, but they'll probably get engaged by those other guys. There was a shit ton of friendlies out there, so I'd be surprised if the F5s can get past them. Very surprised. Okay, we got two MiG-23s, 62 and 67 miles at 24,000 feet. Oh, this is not going to be pretty.
Focus. Bra 243, 450 at 24,000 flanking. 100. Focus. Bra 235, 450 at 23,000 flanking.
Get ready to drop that bag, because it will be empty any minute now. There goes the light. I gotta get some screens of this. This is beautiful. Most important part of air combat is being fashionable.
207, 450 at 22,000 knots.
Everything else is secondary.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
Probably going to try and call those F5s. Because they are... Nope, they're not closer anymore. Okay. 32 miles, and he's coming in pretty hot, heading more or less straight towards me. So I'm going to flick the radar on now, just to save myself doing it in a panic in about 30 seconds time. And we will take the aircraft out of recovery, and get ready to punch flares and chaff and pull. In the event I see any kind of white trap. Oh, whoa, he's on the deck, actually. Huh. Interesting. Right, well then. Guess where we're going? .288 for 26. I think that's one of the ships off my nose, or did someone splash him? Maybe someone splashed him. Could have been air defense from those ships, I guess. That's a bummer. F5 228 191. Yeah, there's a friendly over there as well. Okay, 191 and 228. About 20 miles out.
100, focus, bra, 055, 470,
quite high above me.
13,000, cold. 100, focus, bra, 178, 420, at
Pontiac 1-1. Request bogey dope.
100, focus, bra, Pontiac 1-1, focus, bra, 236, 412, at 21,000, flanking.
There he is. Ah, shit, I just lost him on the radar.
At 28,000, flanking.
He may have gone over me.
100.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 08941 at 7,000, flanking.
Friendly.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 25242 at 10,000, flanking.
Okay, there's one over there. Just had him on radar for a moment.
100. Focus. Merged.
Shh. Okay, that's friendly.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 15341 at.
Ah, I keep seeing him and then losing him. .86 for 3.5.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
See smoke down there. I think that's ship's funnel though.
Focus. Bra 06545 at 19,000 gold. 100. Focus. Bra 063
Throwing off the nose.
400 at 13,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 355 490 at 30,000 flanking.
It's not on my tail. 052 4.2.
Bra 196 480 at 35,000 knots.
And he's really high.
Focus.
The other one's 327.
470
That's
at
friendly.
30,000 flanking. 100. Focus. Bra 060 490 at 15,000 knots.
Had something. Come on. There we go. Just use the rudder to kick the nose on so I can block him.
1-1. Request bogey dope.
Hey, Rodney.
Uzi 11. Focus. Bra 09844 at 16,000 gold.
I think he's coming nose on because I've lost tone, so he'll be out of rear aspect.
Focus. Pop-up group 065 470 at 12,000
Oh, don't lose it.
knots. 100. Focus. Bra 191 480 at 10,000 knots. 100. Focus. Pop-up group 062 460 at 4,500 flanking.
Probably too close for an R3S, but we'll try it anyway. Nope! Perfect. Splashed him. So where's the other? 026.
100. Focus. Pop-up group 0
I'm really low on fuel.
4 at 500 flanking. 100. Focus. Bra 332 for 150.
Focus
Right there.
100. Request bogey dope.
Oh, come on.
100.
Do not do this to me.
Focus. Bra 01641 at 1,500 knots.
Shit! Oh, I had him on the radar scope, but I've just lost him.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 33642
Looks like he swept
at
around me.
500 knots.
Don't freeze, DCS.
Focus. Bra 33.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 17841 at
Oh,
3,000
shit.
flanking.
Come on. Oh, where's he gone?
Focus 100.
I've got the fuel for
Request
this
bogey
ship.
dope.
100. Focus. Bra 10844
right there.
100. Focus. Bra 28841.
It's the last of my countermeasures.
At 24,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 2854100 at 20,000 knots.
Lost him again. Fuck.
100. Focus. Bra 075460 at
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
I'm absolutely out of fuel. I'm gonna have to ditch.
Bra 185.
And he's on my tail.
At 27,000 flanking.
He's got me banged to rights.
100.
All he's got to do now is pull the trigger, and my engine just went.
40 at 1,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra.
Come on, slide under my nose.
180 at
Cross in
20,000
front of me, motherfucker. Where's he gone? Did I force him down into the water?
100. Focus. Bra 34441.
No, he's off my tail.
At 18,000 flanking.
God damn it. Just couldn't do it. Didn't have the fuel. If I'd had maybe another minute or two of fuel, I could have got him, I reckon. Alright, let's try that again, but with proper missiles this time, that are actually useful. Actually, what other skins have I got? That one's alright. That one's not bad either. I think I'll go with that.
Перезарядка по плану.
Принял.
I think this will be my last flight for the stream. So hopefully it'll be a little more successful. Oh, I should have turned these on first, huh? Genius. Yeah, that's on.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
I should probably get into the habit of switching the weapons stuff on when I'm actually in the air, but not this flight. I'll try and do that next time instead. Yep, R60M's good. Secure traffic circus 1-4 taxis 1-2-4 departure to the west. Secure. Justin switched to his Mirage. I wonder if that's him in front of me. Oh man, that's a cool skin for that F5. Oop, don't veer off the taxiway. I might short field it. I think that might be Justin, so I will take off with him if it is. He's probably on the wrong frequency.
Focus. Bra. 2. Hot.
Yep.
Secure traffic, flight of 2 enters runway 12 for takeoff.
328 for 160 at 22,000 flanking.
Imagine actually being on the ATC frequency.
100. Focus. Bra. 328 for 160 at 17,000 flanking.
Sakumi, Uzi, 1-1, inbound.
1 for 100 at 35,000 flanking. 100. Focus. Bra. 066 for 90 at 35,000 flanking. 100. Focus. Bra. 235 for 45 at 20,000 knots. Pop-up group 232 429 at 3,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 234 440 at 19,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 277 for 100 at 4,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 223 for 130 at 27,000 knots.
I'm gonna spear off and go deal with the F5s.
Focus. Bra 225 for 130 at 23,000 flanking.
Radar's not on yet. Hasn't warmed up. 247.
100. Focus. Bra 250 for 26 at 6,000 flanking.
These guys are relatively low.
100. Focus. Bra 329.
Focus, Uzi, 1-1, request bogey dope.
Uzi 1-1. Focus. Bra.
there's already a pair of guys out there in the mix with him.
At 0, flanking.
This is too much of a clusterfuck for me.
100, focus, pop-up group, 278, 470, at 1,500 knots.
Fucking spam rams flying everywhere. Oh, and of course,
100, focus, bra.
these two guys are both barreling in on the MiG-23s I want to intercept.
100, focus, bra. 320, 470, at 8,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra. 254, 48, at 4,000, cold. 100, focus, bra, 277, 440.
Is that F5 seriously still alive? What the fuck?
Focus 100.
Oh, there we go.
Request bogey dope.
Finally.
100, focus, bra, 276, 445, at 19,000 knots.
There we go. Now we got radar.
100, focus, bra, 319.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
35.4 miles.
Focus.
This could be messy.
277, 435 at 18,000 knots. Focus, bra, 326, 460 at 11,000 knots. Focus, bra, 344, 120 at 23,000, flanking.
Looks like they're getting down by the air defense. I can't catch a break here.
Bra, 331, 450 at 11,000, flanking.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100, focus, bra, 292, 424 at 9,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 291, 421 at 6,000,
Wanna watch the
flanking.
trails?
100, focus, bra, 320, 450 at 20,000 knots.
284, 18.2.
100, focus, bra,
He's
202,
quite
480
low.
at 18,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 353, 110 at 23,000, flanking.
I just saw a ghost in an image there on the
Request
radar.
bogey dope.
284,
100,
264 for 13.
264, 413 at 500, flanking. 100, focus, bra,
Tacomi, Uzi 1-1, inbound. 100. Request bogey dope.
80 for 5.
100. Focus. Bra 28744 at 1,500 knots.
Focus 100.
Sam.
Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 322 427 at 18,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 16743 at 3,500 flanking.
Oh, he's taking missiles there, so I don't know if they're going to hit him.
100. Focus. Bra 327 423 at 17,000 knots.
There we go, we got him. Come on, wake up, missiles.
100. Focus. Bra 346 for 130 at 30,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 182 450 at 22,000.
Did that get him? It looks kind of like it, but I don't know.
Focus. Bra 067 for 100.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
Yep, that got him.
100. Focus. Bra 360 424 at 16,000 knots.
Friendly off my nose.
Focus. Bra 177 450 at 5,000 knots.
Yeah, mate. Come check on 266.
100.
Okay.
Focus. Pop-up group 353 424 at 1,000 knots.
Sky traffic, night flight 2 Mirage 2000s is inbound for overhead break runway 12.
Justin is Mirage off my left. Over that way. 013 for 14. At 5,000 feet. Heading south.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 01547 at 1,500 knots.
Shit.
Come check 266. Radio check 251.
Bra 183 at 17,000 flanking.
Loud and clear.
00. Focus. Pop-up group 32345 at 1,500 knots.
Lost sight. He's probably over that way.
00. Focus. Bra 170 460 at 19,000 flanking.
Now, is that Justin's Mirage, or is that that's a dead F5, I think?
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100. Focus. Bra 162 460 at 4,500 flanking.
Still got both my R3s.
100. Focus. Bra 021 for 130 at 25,000 cold. 100. Focus.
Sky traffic 91 is left down runway 13.
470 at 21,000 flanking. 470 at 2,500 knots.
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
Air 10.
Steamy traffic, Mach 1 is left base and final runway 13 green.
10,000 knots. Focus, bra, 017, 470 at 16,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 151, 440 at 13,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 169, 450 at 13,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 017, for 140 at 19,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 085, 480 at 12,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 168, 435 at 4,500, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 148, 430 at 23,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 011, 4
Focus 100. Request bogey dope.
100, focus, bra, 133, 426 at 17,000, flanking.
100. Request bogey dope.
100, focus, bra, 122, 418 at 28,000, flanking. 100, focus, bra, 00,
There you go, there's one.
460 at 11,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 010 for 140 at 23,000 knots. 100, focus, bra, 320, 480 at 23,000 knots.
11. Request bogey dope.
Uzi 11, focus, bra, 03643 at 12,000 knots.
There's more here than just him, so I'm going to have to really watch out for missile trails. Try and close enough that I can get these off at him, and then I'll start looking for the others.
100, focus, bra, 122 for 120 at 28,000 knots.
I'm just glad that the F5 only carries heaters.
100, focus, bra, 123 for 120 at 28,000, flanking. 100, focus, merged.
Okay, I've got a merge call, so one's probably going to swing back on my tail.
490 at 38,000 knots.
Still not in range. So I'll just hope that whoever's merged with me doesn't get on me before I can get into range with this guy. Which will be soon if he keeps that turn up.
100, focus, bra, 253 for P11.
both hit him. Nice. For once the R3R comes through. And I just killed my engine again.
100, focus.
Tacoma, OZ-11, request takeoff. Focus, OZ-11,
Okay,
request bogey
288
dope.
for 6.
Uzi 1-1, focus. Bra 315 for 23 at 27,000 knots.
Focus, 100, request bogey dope.
100, focus. Bra 324 for 1 at 7,000 knots.
Focus, 100, request bogey dope. Focus, OZ-11, request bogey dope. Tacoma, OZ-11, request takeoff.
Focus. Merged.
My nose.
100. Focus.
Oh god, I'm low on fuel again. And I got another F5 on top of me as well, real close.
10.
Focus, OZ-11, request bogey dope.
Uzi 1-1. Focus. Bra 280 for 22 at
Splash.
3,500 flanking.
020. Oh god, there's more. Oh, this is not good.
100,
I
request
think I might
bogey
be
dope.
ditching again.
100. Focus. Bra 01143 at 7,000 cold.
Excuse me, traffic runway 2, view departing the helipad.
Oh, don't fade. Don't fade. Oh god damn it. He's off my nose somewhere. I don't see him though.
Focus, 100, request bogey dope.
I think I saw a spec there.
100. Focus. Bra 321 for 60 at 14,000
016. Did he just get down? I think he might have.
420 at 10,000 cold.
Focus, 100, request bogey dope.
100. Focus.
Okay, I'm good.
020 for 21 at 12,000 cold. Focus. Bra 320 450 at 20,000 knots. Focus. Bra 001 450 at 35,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 356 470 at 21,000 knots. 100. Focus. Bra 009 421 at 50.
Screwy traffic, Circus 14, 15 miles northwest, coming in straight in 12. Low fuel, Screwy. Just to make extra sure everyone knows. Some airspeed. Security traffic, Circus 1-4, 3 mile final, 1-2. High and off the center line, but that's okay, we can do something about that. Come on to power, to get those flaps working. What the fuck? Someone just let off a fucking runway cratering bomblet at the other end of the fucking runway. Oh my lord. That's alright, that's not where I'm landing. Little rough. But you know, that happens when you see someone blow up the runway you're trying to land on. Security traffic, Circus 1-4, clear all runways, security.
Traffic, single ship FA-18, take off runway 12, Sakumi.
What the fuck is going on there? Oh, it's a Harrier. Thought, geez, someone's trying to upstage my belly landing from the other day. Oh, that looks rough. Oh, God. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. That was fucking hilarious. I bet he's going to cook off the entire parking area now. That would be hilarious. Oh my good god. And we got people taxiing the wrong way. Oh Jesus. What the fuck? What's happened here? What? Oh my god. Did you guys see that? Someone just fucking hit that bridge at the end of the runway, it looks like. God knows what's going on over there. Main airport terminal building looks like it's been fucking bombed. Maybe I should have landed at Godauta instead.
Ice Weasel in MI8, taking off from Sukumi helipad area.
Really beginning to think I should have landed at Godauta. Oh, helps fire on seal. So I think before I call it, I'm going to just have a look around because I'm curious as to what shenanigans have happened at this airport. Okay, so the terminal building's been blown up. We know that much. Then, hang on, what's the airport view? F11, I think? That's Anapa. Krasnodar Center, Novosibirsk, Krimsk.
Scuba traffic violations, Huey departing from the pickup zone to the northwest to set up a SAM
There we go, Sukumi. Let's see what wonders have happened. It's from the end of the runway, I think. And I'm not sure how the camera controls work here. Spectate someone else as they taxi out, maybe. So there is what remains of the Harrier. Great place to crash. So what were those? I swear someone dropped a cluster bomb at the end of the runway. No. I don't know. I can't see the craters, but I'm pretty sure that was a cluster bomb that went off, unless it was on the other side of town maybe, but it looked like it was right on the threshold. And then someone else crashed up this end, like into that bridge or something, or into the, well, no, they cleared the fence, they must have gone into this hill or into the bridge. Anyway guys, I think that's going to be me for the night, so thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will have a look around and see if there's anyone on to host. Maybe we can get a raid in. Ah yes, Rudy's on. Let's go pay him a visit.